Okay, so thought I would go ahead and upload part 2. The Wi-Fi down here slash internet service is actually really quick, so it didn't take as long as I thought it would for me to get this up. Alright, so let's just jump into it. Continuing on talking about my weight loss journey and inspiration. So like I was saying, Brittany Renner, someone who I find very inspiring as a person, just as a woman, the way she carries herself, the things that she says, how unapologetic she is. My aunt is somebody who, from the bottom of my heart, has been there, my A1 since day one, loves me like no one else, is someone who pushes me to be such a better person. Laugh if you want to, but Beyonce, honey, that girl gets it. I love her. I love that she's such a strong feminist, that she's a good mom, a good sister, a good wife, does all these things, says all these things, is who she is, unapologetically. So I thought I had to think about it because I kind of did forget. But my click moment was in Niagara Falls. It was the very last trip that I ever had out of my old base, and I did not even know that that's where we were going. I had a long layover in Buffalo, and the hotel was one of my favorites. The girl that I was flying with actually told me, she was like, oh, are you gonna go check out the falls since this is your last trip? And I was thinking, wait, I didn't even know that this was anywhere near it. So what happened, you have to get on, and I might have mentioned this in my Niagara Falls video, I'm not sure, I'll have to go back and watch it, but you have to get on a train that takes you to the last stop, and then you have to get on a bus that takes you on like a 45-minute drive to get to the falls. So I got on this train. I decided to go alone because I do love to travel alone. So I got on this train and I went on the stop all the way in the opposite direction and did not realize it, and then ended up getting back on the train, getting back to where I needed to be, having to get on the bus and get to the falls. And I did all of this by myself. All I had was my phone, and I had told people where I was just in case anything happened, and the crew knew where I was and they had my numbers if for some reason we got separated. And I barely got back to the van on time. Got to the falls, did this boat ride, okay? They take you on a boat. Literally, you go through what I was thinking in that moment whenever I decided, because you guys, I cannot swim. That was the only time I've ever been on a boat, never again. Until I learn how to swim, I will not put myself through that ever again. Now, I am alone. I am by myself. No one else knows the internal battle that is going on like I do. However, I did it. I went to the falls. Had a panic attack on the boat. Not a bad one, but like it was just so bad. So I get off. I actually did enjoy it still. There were times where I was like, Ashley, this is ridiculous. Like, you're on a boat, you're surrounded by all these people, there are life vests, there are lifeguards, like, you're okay. So I just talked myself through this, and I got through it. I did enjoy it. It was not something that I will put myself through again. However, I am glad that I pushed through it and did it. So I went and I saw Niagara Falls, and I remember hiking. So you get off of the boat and you come off, and then you can see all the little people in their raincoats, or like they give you these ponchos, and the blue ones are for the American side, the red ones are for the Canadian side. So I remember seeing all these little people and all these kids and like families and everyone else, and they were laughing and saying, oh, that was so crazy, and I'm over here like, no, that was horrible. Like, I had fun, yes, but overall, collectively, like, why did you think that was fun? Are you crazy? We almost died. Like, it's so dramatic to me. However, to somebody else, you know, that was not their take on it. So there's a part where you can kind of go over and you can overlook the entire falls, and I just remember feeling like so unbelievably small in that moment, and not in a bad way. I felt the same way whenever I did Jackson Hole out of Minnie when I was based there. The first time I ever saw a mountain. The first time I ever flew into Salt Lake City. The first time I ever saw a waterfall in real life. It's just these moments where it usually happens when I'm like in something that involves nature. However, I did have that moment at a Beyonce concert too. But you just in that moment, and you're not on your phone, and you're not concentrating on any one in particular, you're just kind of in the moment, and you just feel so small in this world, and you just think, to be honest, like if something happened to me tomorrow and I wasn't here anymore, my loved ones, my family, my friends, they would miss me. You know, they would be upset maybe if I was not here. But in the grand scheme of things, considering how many people are in this world, how many people you interact with on a day-to-day basis, how many people become celebrities, how many people become politicians, how many people you never will know their name, they work at this, like these people that matter so much to people as far as like celebrities and big names, these people that you don't ever and you won't ever know, these people that can matter so much to you that no one else knows. It was just like this moment, and all these things are running through my head while I was at Niagara Falls, and I was just thinking, to be honest, like in the grand scheme of things, if I really think about it, who am I? Like, I'm not this big person. I'm not Beyonce. That's the only name I will ever say, because she's just everything. Like, there's not one person I can think of and that I would respect that would be like, Beyonce's not a big deal. As soon as you say that, ew, like, just go on somewhere. Come on. And then why don't you be Beyonce then? How about that? I love that girl. But in that moment, I just felt like, to be honest, I'm really not this like major thing. So why am I not living every single day like I want to? Why am I not pushing myself to the level that I need to be? Why am I not going on this boat ride on Niagara Falls not to say that like what is that word? Metaphorically? I think that might be the word, maybe not. But why am I not doing this like in the moment type thing and pushing myself to a boundary that I normally wouldn't? Why am I holding on to it? Why am I afraid to do these things? Why, like, it was just all these things where I was like, I really have not been living to my full potential. Now I have finally done the work, I have put in the effort, and I have got this amazing job that allows me to experience this. If I was not a flight attendant, I never would have been able to go to Niagara Falls. It's not even something that would have been like on my list at all to do, because I'm not a water person, because I can't swim. So I just remember thinking all these things about, you really gotta get it, girl. Like, you are running out of time. I always have this fear, even though it's not really true, that I'm getting older. Like, every single day you're getting older, and I'm like, I'm running out of time. I need to learn how to swim. I need to jet ski. I'm listing off water things, although these are not priorities. Just all these things that I need to do, and I've always had wanderlust. Always. I think back to times when I was younger and in high school and just going on road trips or saying, hey, let's go here, let's go here. I've always just wanted to go out and do things and experience other things, cultures, food, all of this. So I look back, even to you guys, so embarrassing. I went back and rewatched my Amsterdam video just out of curiosity, because I wasn't sure if you could see that lady I was talking about that kind of pushed me that day to walk more. And I remember thinking, like in the moment, looking at the outlets in Amsterdam and thinking, oh, it's such a culture shock, all these things that I was even pointing out, that now I look back, I'm like, that's not a big deal. Actually, why? But I had never been exposed to these things, and traveling changes your mindset, your perspective, how I view things, politics, how I view wealth, how I view feminists, how I view people that are sexist. It's started changing my aspect and my, like, even my opinions on some things that I thought were so set in stone that I thought I would never agree with. Now I'm like, take a step back, reevaluate, think on it, and then come to my own conclusion of it. I just feel like I really am starting to like grow as a person and mature and think so differently, and it's all because of this. It's all because of this job. And this has been the more aspiration aspect of the job than the weight loss portion, so I will get back into that. So, Brittany Renner, she had a Snap story, this was ages ago, months and months, where she was like, people are not consistent. People want to do things and they say that they believe it, and they want to have a better body, and they want to travel more, and they want to get a better job, and they want to have a family, and they want a relationship, and they want, but they're not doing anything. You're not doing anything to work towards that. And things take time. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you have to work on every day. When I say things like, I'm working on my goals, and I feel like the lighting just changed. Say things like, I'm working on my goals, I'm working on my New Year's resolutions, I'm working on myself. This is not something that I just do on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. This is an every single day type of thing. And time is the most precious thing that we are given. You cannot take time back. The things that you spend time on and the people that you spend time with, it's so crucial. And I think people take time for granted. I also watched Through the Looking Glass by Alice, and some little quotes and things that she said in there, I was like, that is really like deep. Like, there were a lot of little hidden messages I felt like in that movie that were good. I had watched that on my commute when I was coming back from New York. But yeah, time is so precious and people waste it so much. And I think I'm getting to the point of where I've stopped wasting it. I do spend a lot of time on myself because nobody looks out for you like you do at the end of the day. So with the weight loss thing, I started going to the gym like this only happened a couple of months ago, that I would go to the gym consistently on layovers because I would be so tired and so drained and whatever on trips that I could not even be bothered to go to do a sit-up. And then once I got weaving too, I was like, okay, I can sweat and not have to worry about my edges or whatever. But I just started thinking, like, wearing a crop top and feeling comfortable in it, and wearing a swimsuit and being comfortable in it is something that I aspire to. That's something I look at pictures, not of these just of these Instagram models. I do look at them as well, and Beyonce and Rihanna and Brittany Renner and other women that I find very powerful and motivating, and I see them and I don't think that I want to be you. I never want to be Beyonce. I could never ever. I could never possibly. But I look at these people and I'm inspired by it, and it just pushes you and motivates you, and you have to find that person that pushes you, and you'll know, like, and it's not that you obsess over them or that you just, would attack them if you see them, but you just have this genuine, like, concern for their well-being. Like Samantha Marie is the reason why I started my YouTube channel, and I watch her videos, and now she's pregnant, she's having a baby with Jason. I get so much joy from just following through her daily life. This girl does not know I exist, okay? Please understand, not to sound stalkerish, but YouTubers that watch vloggers, you get that sense of, like, community and how happy you are for someone that might not necessarily know you, but that you connect through these videos, and it's so down to earth on a different level than a celebrity. So it's one reason why I really do love the YouTube community and vloggers. I have found her and still find her so inspiring, how unapologetic she is, and how she's got tattoos and she's gonna be such a good mom, and she just says things that I'm like, you know what, that's right. Like, stop settling, stop putting yourself in this little category because you're this, because you're that. Like, who are you to not think outside of the box and push yourself to be where you want to be? But yeah, just with losing so much weight, I chalk it up to really an active lifestyle more so than anything, because I don't really eat right, and it just further confirms for me that you can eat bad and still lose weight and still be healthy in an extent. Now, I did get sick. I had pharyngitis, and then I had all these tooth problems that happened, and I lost my appetite. I literally, y'all, my wisdom teeth were cutting in. I literally could not eat. And so I just remember, like, how crappy I felt through all of that, and just thinking, this sucks. I could never, like, starve myself to be skinny. However, I feel like once you get down to a smaller size, it is easier to maintain that weight if you're really motivated. So I don't really know what else to say about the weight loss thing. There are clips that I've uploaded from hotels and everything to kind of show, like, my fitness routine, or like what I will do in the gym. But it's not really like this routine that every single day I go to the gym, I do this, that, and that, and then Tuesdays I do this. Like, there's no consistency. It's just I kind of try to spend an hour in there doing different things. I watch Brittany Renner a lot of her exercises because I'm signed up for, like, her membership and everything. And then I watch Beyonce's concerts and her music videos, and I'm just like, yes, honey, get it. So you just have to find that person that's inspiring to you, that you really look up towards and push towards. Now, I did mention that my aunt is someone who I do find very inspiring, but I mean that as far as the job aspect of it. My family, they are everything and more to me, and the reason why I find them inspiring, and I find different people in my family inspiring for different reasons, is because they push me to want to be better and to hear them say, I'm proud of you. My mom and I have had so many conversations about different things. My dad and I have, my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, I can't list everyone, but just, like, I love to talk to them one-on-one about different things and get their views and opinions on it, because at the end of the day, family is so important. And while there are broken homes and broken families and situations that happen in my family, we've had our drama and differences and everything else, and that's not anyone's business, but it's just like, they can push you in ways and push buttons that other people can't. So just knowing that I'm doing something, because I am an only child, so I do feel like that's another big part of the reason why I feel like I'm all they've got. So they're rooting for me, everyone's in my corner, so I don't want to disappoint. No pressure. But it just pushes you, it just motivates you on a different level to want to step up to the plate and do better and be better. And yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I'm an unhealthy size. I'm 124 pounds now. Like, you know, it varies, but I'm not gonna show my like stomach on YouTube, but I still like want stomach on flat, like, if you know the Drake song, you know. So as far as my size, I am happy with it. I was never unhappy with it, so I think that's also another reason why it's kind of difficult for me to pinpoint what someone would want to know, because I don't have any routine with it. So I'm not consistent in the sense of I eat this every day for breakfast, I eat this for lunch, I do this workout. Like, it's just more of making little healthy habits here and there that genuinely over time have helped, and doing them consistently. Now that sounds kind of contradicting, like I don't have a routine but consistent. So I mean that, like, I'm trying to look around and think. Okay, so I drink quite a bit of water. I drink a lot of tea. My liquid intake has tremendously gone up. That's something I do consistently. Every single day I'm drinking quite a bit of liquids. But it's not like every single day I have 3 cups of tea. Why did I just do this for 3 cups of tea? Every single day I have 3 cups of tea. You know, this day I have 2. No, it's just every single day it's something I do, but it's no rhyme or rhythm to it. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Don't know what kind of weight loss inspiration video this was, but if anyone has questions or something that they would like for me to go into a little more in depth on, feel free to ask anything below. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube. Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at the Ashley Banks. I do and have been updating all 3 of those, and I am just going back and watching so many old videos and thinking how embarrassing things that I said was, or things that I really did not know at the time. And just the more I'm exposed to things and people and different things, and the more I mature, I'm just like, Ashley, why did you say that? What in the world were you thinking? But that all comes with time and maturing and growing and becoming a better person. So don't judge me on those videos from years ago, because I'm not that same girl that I was when I first started flying. But I do feel like this travel lifestyle is a huge contribution to why I'm becoming the person that I am and why I am coming into my own, and I love it. And I'm still young, so I still got a lot of growing and maturing to do. However, well on my way. I'm coming for you, B. But if anyone has questions or anything, feel free to leave them down below. If you sat through this 18-minute video, you're a real one. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one.